Okay, y'all. My little computer cut off on me. It said, Beth, we had enough. But I'm not through with my mascara. So I have to finish. This will be parts as usual. Because parts is how I roll. Alright, I'm now on the clamp C position. And I'm using my little Neutrogena makeup wipe. Why? Because you always, always, always use your makeup wipe. Just have one handy when you're getting ready. Not just when you're taking your makeup off. To clean your eyelash curler. Just, this is when I will use the tissue. Of course, it has all those little fibers. But you want to make sure that's clean, y'all. Just because you don't want to get your eye infected. And so just make sure that the makeup wipe gets all the excess mascara off. Okay, so again, we're going to swirl it around. Don't ever go in and out. That just takes oxygen down in there. Air down in there, I should say. And dries it out. Ah! It did. It took. Whenever you put the eyelash curl on, it takes the liner off. So let me put it, not all the way off. Just, it takes off a good portion of it. Especially right at the base. I don't think that would happen if you let it dry. I think what it is because I'm filming, I'm going too fast. Like if I wasn't filming, I could go do something else with my time while I did this. And I could wait for that to dry. Is that back? There. Yep. Alright. Alright, so first of all, I just messed that up, so I need to go back through. I'm closing my eye because this will not bend and get back there. Ah! Makeup wipe, makeup wipe. I try not to do that too much because that will take off your concealer and your color that you've already put on, and I don't want to do that. But this is building color, and I am going to go ahead and tip these out now. I'm not having a good day, mascara-wise. It happens. Just like you don't have a good day with some other things sometime, and you just have to go with it, y'all. Can't get too upset about it. What did Fraser say? Life is too short to be I don't know what the third word was. Or what third? Life is too short to be depressed by every bump in the road. And I agree with that. You're going to have a lot of bumps in the road. You can't let them all get you down. If there's severe boulders, of course, and you need to work through those things with the Lord, in my opinion. He is there with you. He's allowed that boulder in your life. A boulder is something that stops you. It's not just a bump in the road. It's not a small thing. It's a major thing. Sometimes it's a death. Sometimes it's the loss of a job or home. The end of a relationship which feels like a death. And you are depressed as if it were a death. Just like divorce is the death of a marriage. Of course, you're going to have the same kind of mourning period. Or some people go through denial where they just try to party hardy because they went through divorce because it's painful. It's those times that God walks with you when life just stinks, you know. And He walks with you. He doesn't take away the pain, but He helps you walk through the pain to the other side of it. That you don't have to live in that pain. I learned this mainly from friends of mine who've lost children who've told me, you know, there is no greater pain than the loss of a child that God created inside of you that is more like you, even than a sibling who's known you all your life, or your husband, even if you're super duper close to your husband. And so that pain is the greatest pain, and is what they told me. And but I have friends who've come through it, and the main thing that they told me was God doesn't leave you in that pain. You do have to experience it, which is horrible. You have to go through it. You may have to go through the process of grieving over and over again. It may never even stop, to be honest, but you just don't have to live in it every day. After the initial shock, you don't have to live in that pain every day. And I think that's good advice about any kind of pain, not even unsevere pain, things that aren't true boulders that just stop life. But even for little rocks in the road, if it's painful, you just, it's okay to experience the pain, but just don't live in it. Like, allow it to move on. Allow life to get your attention again. Does that make sense? It's don't feel guilty that you allow life to get your attention again. One of my girlfriends that I'm talking about, when she lost her daughter, she said she felt guilty for laughing 6 years later. I'm like, really? And she said, yes, I just feel like I'm not supposed to be enjoying life. I'm not supposed to be, I've lost my child. I'm not supposed to be, laughing. I'm like, why do you think that's true? She said, I don't know. And I said, well, maybe it's not true. Maybe you are supposed to laugh again. She would want you to. But, it's like, but I should be sad. It's like, well, you should be sad. And you may still be sad. But I think that you have to go on with living because you're still living. She's gone to heaven. But you don't get to go yet. And for some reason, God's saying, no, you have to stay here. And so you have to stay here. And we don't make that choice to decide when we want to go. It's very tempting. I know people who've contemplated suicide, and they said they just don't want to live anymore. And I said, but here's the thing. God decides our day to be born and our day to leave. And as tempting as it is when life is so painful to just be out of life, it's better to go ahead and lean to Him, maybe lean on friends. Because sometimes it's hard to feel the presence of God. You will, the more you interact with Him, the more you'll know that He's real. So praying to Him, the more you interact with Him, the more you will know He is real. Reading His Word and praying to Him. Meaning you talk to Him in prayer, and reading His Word is Him talking to you. And you will realize that He can come right off that page and He is real. Those are His words. He's still present, and He'll show His presence. I guarantee you. He will show His presence to you if you'll seek Him. Because He says, if you seek me, you'll find me. When you seek me with all of your heart. People forget the last part of that. You can't just say, well, God didn't show up, blah, blah, blah. Well, did you seek Him? Would be my first thing to you. Because if you seek Him, you will find Him. When you seek Him with all of your heart. And that doesn't take a tragedy, a boulder in life. It can be the little rocks in the road, or it can be you're having a wonderful time in your life, but you just want to know God better. And if you'll seek Him, you'll find Him. Just seek Him. Just say, Lord, with all my heart, I want to know you. There's nothing wrong right now. I just want to know you. That's all He wanted to hear. Because He wants to know you. He's been waiting. He hasn't gone anywhere. Okay, y'all. Well, I need to go somewhere. So, I will talk to you later. I love you guys very much. And there's just no telling how long this is going to be. I don't know. So, it may be lots and lots of parts. Or this may be the last. I don't know. But I gotta go. Love you guys. Bye!